Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch in Season 13. I almost said 17, but that is way far in the future, and I am not thinking that far ahead, although pretty much should. Anyways, so the last few attempts that we've been battling on the rank ladder, we've lost. So instead of like getting all upset about Roaring Moon and how Wheezing is going to like cripple him, I decided to change up the tactic. He is removed from the team, but I'm going to be redoing his stats. He's not the only one either. So currently we do have the same team that we're working with now. However, I am adding one more person. Dragonite is going to be taking his spot. The stats that will be changing for Pokemon that I'm going to be looking at is going to be Chien-Pao, Ogerpon, and possibly Urshifu. And we could also maybe do some Gholdengo, but right now he's okay for my particular use, but I will relook at him after I do Chien-Pao and Ogerpon especially. These two Pokemon I feel like could get a little bit more advancement to be a little bit more forthcoming to their builds. While they're defensive enough to withstand other attacks from Urshifu's, if he still has a chance to one-hit KO, I don't think investing in those stats is going to be as beneficial to me as I would like. So I'm going to relook at them, maybe change the Terra types, except for Ogerpon, I can't really change his, but still, look at their stats all the way around and see what I can do to make changes and hopefully come up with a better strategy for tomorrow's video. For now, we're going to walk in with the tried and true method of Dragonite Chien-Pao and see what we can do for these matchups. Now, if this doesn't work, you can always just retrain Fluttermane, and that'll be showing up in the future videos as well. For now, we're going to call it there, and we're getting into our matches. We're only going to do 3 today, because I just want to go ahead and continue with the 3. We'll probably do that until I hit 30, but we're also getting close to the end of the month. So there's no way I'm going to be hitting no 100, but we're going to do our best to test out the team. Right now, the number of matches doesn't really matter. It's how well we can play those matches. The tournament is coming up. I've got a little bit more than 2 weeks. I will need to play a ton, and I'm going to. So let's get into it. So with this team, So with this team mostly comprised of physical attackers, I might be able to come up with some sort of strategy to be able to win. So we've got Iron Hands, Roaring Moon, Amoonguss, Landorus, Fluttermane, and Heatran. A lot of these Pokemon I'm going to be seeing in the next 2 weeks. Fluttermane, Heatran, Landorus, and Iron Hands for sure. The other two are going to swap out consistently to either be like Rillaboom and maybe like Urshifu. But right now, with everyone switching out of Urshifu, or maybe like Tornadus as well is going to be like coming in quite a bit, there's way too many Pokemon to try to counter. What I'm going to do is try to focus on the team that I want to build and hopefully come up with some sort of way to win against counter builds against mine. So that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to bring in Tornadus. I kind of want to bring in Chien-Pao. Yeah, we'll bring in Chien-Pao because then I could switch into like Ogerpon and Dragonite. That way I can have multiple ways of switching in and out. It just depends if I have to come up against Fluttermane, but like Sucker Punch is able to knock it out consistently. I don't really have to worry about that too much, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. We got Roaring Moon and Iron Hands coming up versus Chien-Pao and Tornadus. So automatically I can already foresee a fake out coming to Chien-Pao, so I'm gonna need to get that out of the way. Attack was heightened for Roaring Moon, which is totally fine. I'm gonna get off with Tailwind, and I'm gonna protect so that I don't get hit with fake out, because I'm gonna leave Chien-Pao in. Chien-Pao's Terra type, which is currently flying, is gonna be heavily looked into. I might go Steel just so that I can get some turns in. Roaring Moon protects, which is fine. I'll also protect, so the fake out goes into Tornadus. It doesn't really matter. But I just, oh, nope. So probably an Oko on the Tornadus. Wild Charge goes right into the Chien-Pao. Okay, good. Whew. All right. I think we just go in for the Bleakwind Storm and the Ice Spinner. I think that's the best combo that I've got. He's probably going to swap out of Roaring Moon. I could swap into maybe Dragonite, but I don't think that's going to do anything. Withdrew the Roaring Moon. Okay. Sent out someone I can't read. Heat ran. So he did read that. Bleak Windstorm does come in. Misses a Pokemon, but hits one. Hits the Iron Hands, but not for very much. And here comes... Ooh, the speed drop on the Iron Hands. Here comes the Ice Spinner right into that slot. I was kind of feeling of doing Sacred Sword, but it's probably not going to matter. As here comes the Drain Punch right into that slot. It's going to knock out Chien-Pao. And Iron Hands, it's a clean bill of health by healing up to full. Okay, now we'll go ahead and bring out Ogerpon. And we're going to swap Tornadus to Dragonite. And I'm going to go ahead and Ivy Cudgel against the Iron Hands. He needs to get off the field now. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. But I'm hoping Dragonite does have a little bit more leeway here when he switches out. Here comes Dragonite, which has got multi-scale, so he's going to be able to take a hit. Ivy Cudgel into that slot. Does a little less than half. Heat Wave. Not very effective on Dragonite or Ogerpon. Drain Punch comes in after that. Does a little bit of damage, but it will heal him up quite a bit. Okay. Now we're going to Stomping Tantrum the Iron Hands, and I'm going to Spiky Shield the Ogerpon. I'm hoping the damage that Dragonite can do now is going to be more than enough to where we could take some KOs. I don't want to give off the Terra just yet, in case if I have to go into something else. Probably think I'm gonna Terra and start extreme speeding, which wouldn't make a lot of sense because Chien-Pao is no longer on the field. But I am Choice Banded, so I still do a lot of damage. Spiky Shield on the Ogerpon. Here comes Protect on the Heat Ran, so he's probably thinking I'm gonna do something over on that slot. Unfortunately, I did not. Stomping Tantrum right into Iron Hands, which is going to knock him out. Tailwind's now gone. So Roaring Moon comes back, has no boosts to his name. Now I have to Terra, so I don't get one shot by the moves that he could possibly do. And I'm going to go ahead and swap out to Tornadus. Yeah, let's do that. Swap out to Tornadus. I'm not going to get hit by a whole lot from Roaring Moon. He might outspeed me, so Breaking Swipe would do a little bit more, but I'm more concerned about losing the attack than I am getting the hit. Here we go. Terra Normals, that way we don't get hit by anything too drastic. Let's see what happens. They're going to Terra. Is it the Roaring Moon? It's the Heat Ran. And he picked Grass. Okay. Which isn't a bad choice. He's definitely going to live against the Stomping Tantrum, which is totally fine. Knock off. Hits Tornadus for a lot. Gets rid of the Covert Cloak. Stomping Tantrum goes right into this Heat Ran. And then Heat Wave is going to finish him off. So unfortunate, but I do not get any of the boosts of speed. Probably would have been better to keep Ogerpon in, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do Stomping Tantrum over to the Roaring Moon, and I'm gonna use Follow Me. Here comes the Heat Wave from, oh, no Heat Wave. Okay, I was gonna say Heat Wave from Heat Ran. That would have done a double KO, but it's fine. Knock off to the Ogerpon. It's gonna knock him out. You can't do anything about it, but no Breaking Swipe. Interesting. Stomping Tantrum. Bop. Not enough to KO. And he definitely outspeeds me, so we're out of here. So it was good enough that we planned for Tailwind, but as soon as it wore out, the next move should have been to not swap, but to let Ogerpon fall so that I could do a little bit more with Dragonite then. I don't think they would have been able to do a whole lot, but I at least could have lowered the damage from Heat Wave considerably if I had planned differently. So obviously switching in was not the best option, so it is what it is. But having Pokemon that are not as fast was not the best thing to use either. Something to consider down the road. Okay, so we're kind of looking at a Sun Trick Room team. It's gonna be very interesting. So with Torkoal, Lilligant, Indeedee, Armarouge, Regidrago, and Ursaluna, they can go two different ways, and it kind of makes me worry just a little bit. In that case, I think applying pressure immediately with like Dragonite into those slots would be best. But with Indeedee out there, he could instantly turn off all of my stuff. So I'm kind of believing that we should go in a weird way. Honestly, let's go Tornadus Urshifu to start us off. Bring in Goldengo and Ogerpon. I think those are the four that I'll bring in. In case if it is like Indeedee, Armarouge in the beginning and he has like Torkoal and Lilligant and stuff like that, if he brings in Armarouge or Indeedee and uses the hard Trick Room strat, Chlorophyll's not going to do anything. But that doesn't matter if he could just swap in and out of them all willy-nilly. But we'll see what happens. Regidrago and Indeedee preventing me from using straight up priority moves. Something that we foresaw quite literally. Like, okay, well, this is going to happen. Now, Indeedee is going to also interrupt us quite a bit. So we could go for the... You know what? Let's go for the Bleak Wind. And then we're going to Terra Surging Strikes into the Indeedee because she's probably going to like follow me. Okay. Terra on their side. It's going to be the Regidrago. It's going to be Dragon. So this is going to get a huge boost from that Dragon move. I think it's called Draco Energy. Now, Draco Energy does go off. Is it going to be enough for my guys to survive? I don't know. I am not calced for Regidrago. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Follow Me does activate, which we foresaw that happening. So we knew that was going to be it. Which is why I went for the... What? You outspeed Tornadus? I'm confused. Sorry guys, I'm just double checking this real quick. His base speed is 80. Are you telling me this thing is scarfed? It has to be, right? Top speed at max investment is 145. Scarfing would make it so that it does outspeed me. So... I mean, it fits. It definitely does fit. I'm just kind of dumbfounded for a little bit there. All right. Probably going to lose here. Because there's not a whole lot that I can possibly do. But we'll do our best. All right, so... Helping Hand. That was without a Helping Hand, too. That's a lot of damage. Here comes Dragon Energy. Bop. And Golden Ghost survives. Ogerpon does not. Wow. I guess it's good that battles right now, or at least the number of battles, don't matter, because we'll be constantly running our faces into these and hoping that we come up with something. But it's incredibly weird that Regidrago... Okay, let's see if it's scarfed. Because it couldn't move. We couldn't change anything after that. But if it's not scarfed... Helping Hand goes off again. It's got half its HP, so it's probably not going to hit as hard. Dragon Energy, so it is scarfed. And that's still enough? Less than half health. Wow. All right, 0-2. That was really interesting. I literally got swept by Regidrago. Huh. Oh, he gets Breaking Swept? That's cool. Wow. I know that he did well in like the San Antonio. Is that San Antonio, Texas? I believe it. Like he did really well in the San Antonio like regional that I just finished watching today. Like congratulations to Giovanni Costa? Gio, the Dragonite person that has ran Dragonite through like many different gauntlets. So glad that he was able to win. So happy for him. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of stats here for Regidrago. Wow, Regidrago has base 200 HP, 100 attack, and 100 special attack. His defenses suck at 50, but his speed is at 80. At max full investment, so he could be like max special attack, speed. He gets, let's see, for Dragon Energy, that is a special 150 base. So he's sitting at 167 and 145. 167? He was hitting me so hard at 167. How is that even true? That's insane. Anyways, so at 132, he just barely beats over Tornadus, right? I was hoping to do a little bit more damage against Indeedee with Urshifu, but he just wasn't it. And my Urshifu was not a slouch either. He's full speed investment minus the choice scarf. If he scarfed, he would have been able to outspeed Regidrago, but there was no way that I could be able to survive that line of attacks. So that's really interesting. Let's move on to the next learning curve, shall we? We are not looking too hot, Pokefans, but we've got an Urshifu, a Dusclops, Iron Hands, Armarouge, Indeedee, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. So kind of like a hard trick room. The only best way that I could deal with this is to maybe use priority, but with Indeedee being on that side, priority may not be the option, but we'll do our best nonetheless. Excuse me, I have a hiccups. Because of this, I think the best option that we have is to maybe go with who do we go with? I think Golden Go, Ogerpon for sure. Chien-Pao and Urshifu. I think that's what we'll go with. We're gonna leave Tornadus alone. Probably a terrible idea, but if I do Tailwind and they activate Trick Room, I am going to be the loser. So I'm gonna force them to activate Trick Room so that I have a higher chance of being able to compete. Two names I can't read, so it's got Armarouge and Dusclops versus Golden Go and Ogerpon. So Frisk goes over Leftovers and the Heartflame Mask. Obviously, you know what Ogerpon's item is. It's the mask in front of him. We're gonna go ahead and use Terra Dragon, and we're gonna get set up with the Nasty Plot. And then I think hitting Armarouge might be best. Yeah, I mean, like any one of them's gonna be like a really good target. I just need to get Golden Go Terra'd so that he doesn't get hit by knockoff that could come from Dusclops. He could also have other dark moves and obviously fire type moves from Armarouge. Here comes that Heat Wave. Still does a lot of damage to Ogerpon because of the live form. Here comes the Ivy Cudgel. Into that slot. It's not enough. Obviously he's using Trick Room, so There's no mysteries there of what's going to happen. So there's that. Trick Room has been activated. Now he's probably going to swap out to Entity to get like advantage of that expanding force, which is definitely harder to deal with. But we're going to go ahead and start using Make It Rains. Maybe both of these are weak against that attack. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Armarouge, and I'm going to protect on the Ogerpon. I don't want to swap out of these two. So obviously that is going to swap out. Probably going to be the Entity, or it could be the Ursaluna. There comes the Entity. Expanding Force coming my way. Let's go. Ugh. Not great. Not great at all. Oh, Shadow Ball, because I am slower than the Armarouge. And it goes down. So that was one thing that worked in my favor. That's cool. And that's a +2. That's a really hard-hitting Golden Go. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay, next up, Iron Hands. I'm going to protect here and maybe swap. You know what? Why not use Ivy Cudgel? Yeah, we'll do a little bit of damage to the Iron Hands over there. Protect on that guy, because Fake Out's probably going to go to that slot. Drain Punch. Oh, Drain Punch would have went to that slot. Yeah, terrible. Psychic goes into the Ogerpon. He barely survives. Let's go. Bop. Oh, less than half. Less than half. That's not good. Will I get to KO from this range? You know what? I have to make it rain because if Entity does follow me and I do Shadow Ball, it would literally do nothing. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to use Make It Rain. Drain Punch goes in. Does a ton of damage. It's going to heal the Iron Hands up quite a bit. But here comes Mr. Oh, nope. Psychic goes first. But here comes Make It Rain. Does not take down the Entity, but gets really, really close. And that drops a special attack, but I also get a little bit of healing due to leftovers. How much? Trick Room goes for one more turn. Okay. I'm going to protect here. And I'm going to say, actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to follow me. Ogerpon's going to go down. But at least the Drain Punch wouldn't hit that hard. And I think I could deal with a Psychic. So he gets a little bit of healing, but I think the damage that I would do is enough to where I could take advantage of it. Plus, Trick Room is going to be gone. Please survive. He does. Good boy. Golden Go. Bop. Survives. The Iron Hands does. But I make the attack on Golden Go neutral now. But Trick Room is over. Leaving him with 2 Pokemon left, which is going to be the Dusclops and the Iron Hands. And I have full reign of Urshifu, Golden Go, and now Chien-Pao. Okay. Mystic Water. I'm going to protect here. And I'm going to Searching Strikes the Iron Hands. Okay, never mind. Battle was canceled. So, hey, we went 1 and 2, but we do have a better understanding of what our limits are for our teams. Even with, because I don't know what the item was for Indity, right? It didn't heal up, didn't use Citrus Berry. Most likely it was a Rocky Helm or some sort of mental herb. I do not know, and I'm not going to try to like speculate, or maybe I could probably guess, but I don't know what it is. So with the lack of knowledge that I have, it was good that I used special attacks against that slot instead of physical ones. Just put that out there. With that particular team, they would probably have a little bit more of a leaner set if they would have brought in Ursaluna instead of Iron Hands to be able to do with it. I also didn't see any fake outs, so that was probably like on them as well. But in regards to our team, we can now kind of see where we could possibly grow as a trainer as well as like a party. So while my stats on Golden Go is all over the place, maybe look at stats that I can possibly change for the better, make it a more offensive, or maybe try to survive defensive hits than what he's currently sitting at now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like where he's set, but that doesn't mean that we still can't make any changes for the Portland Regional. I do believe that Golden Go is a good Pokemon to bring in for our regional set. I just need to focus in on the numbers and maybe see where improvements could be made. So as far as the team is concerned, obviously a few members are going to be changing, and hopefully I'll have that done by tomorrow. But if not, we'll continue our rank battle just to kind of see everything is. It is getting close to the holidays, so I'm going to try to do as many battles as I possibly can. That way you guys have something to watch during the holidays. And yeah. All right, Pokefans, and that is going to be the end of today's video. We didn't end at a very good ranking. I'll go ahead and show that on the screen now. Oh, wait, I can't because I'm in the freaking 0 gate. So because I'm in Area 0, I'm not able to show you my ranks, which is totally fine. If you guys want to see it, I will have it in the next video. For right now, I'm on the hunt for some new rare Pokemon because I had taken the time to fill out the Kitakami Dex, and I'm only missing just a few, 263 to 263, 236 to 239, a couple of Pokemon that haven't been brought out yet, I think, and then just 2 of the regular decks. One is Golem, and the other is Hydrapple. Oh, and I'm missing Alolan Seeking too. So that's neat. And for some reason, I have a bug where Flabebe is always registering in my book for some reason, even though I have 400 out of 400. But this random Pokemon keeps saying that it's not in my book at all. It's weird. Oh, Rotom. Neat. Never mind. Probably. I don't know. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. And if you made it up to this point, I appreciate you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please do me a favor by leaving a like on the video and leaving a comment down below as well, as it is the best way for us to get in, like, have interactions. Unless you guys want to follow me on social media and the Discord, which is going to be in the description down below. As I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind, I am excited and awaiting your guys' responses and see what you guys can come up with. And let's have that cool one-on-one going. I dig it. I like it a lot. And since you're here, why not hit the subscribe button? It is completely free and it does help out the channel. You can also hit the notification bell on the right and select it to all to be notified when I upload Pokemon content. There's a couple of things down the pipeline that I'm currently planning for and will be shooting soon. So hopefully you guys don't mind some extra Pokemon related uploads that I do plan on doing. And then hopefully, if I can figure out the format correctly, maybe doing some more shorts. So that's going to be very interesting. But for now, this is going to be it. Thank you again for watching. And until tomorrow, have a great day. I'll see you then. Peace.